everyone, welcome to the Papercraft Menagerie. I am doing an unboxing for my friends. So it's a really big box and my old stand died, so I want a new one. So I'll have to try and get it in the picture and hopefully I will make it. I'm also a little bit hindered because there is a little bit of rumbling in the sky and one of my little dogs is absolutely terrified and has to be in a little baby sling against your body so he doesn't get scared. So let's see what my friends got me. Brisbane and South Coast Hospitals Board. Feels kind of material-ish. Oh, that's a very nice picture. I think it would come off pretty easily. Oh, I think it might be a some sort of, I think like a graduation certificate, I think. I'm not exactly sure what for. I'm not sure, but it's very pretty. You could almost turn it into a journal. I'm very tempted. Looks like there is a couple more paper clippings on the paper, on the butcher's paper. I'm not sure if these ones are about the flooding again. Looks like it is about the floodings. I think it was the 74 floods. Yep, this one says 74. So I'm thinking it's probably from the same place as all of the other ones I got. This one says 78 and 72. Looks like there's some pictures on this one as well. It's pretty cool. I have to spend a little bit more time reading them, just because I'm sure I can probably tell a little bit more about the person once I see who is connected all the way through the through the paper. This is really cool. It looks like a little clock attached to a key. That's really cool. I like that. I'm definitely going to put that on one of my journals as a little dangle. These are pretty cool. They're definitely going to find a place in my books. They're a little bit more recent. Looks like 2013, 2012, which is still a good 10 years ago. But they're nicely aged, so they'll find a place. Looks like there's a pretty dried flower. It's pretty sturdy, so it could probably be used for something. One of the newspaper clippings that's fallen out. Looks like they're mostly from the 70s, so I'm not sure if they're all about the flooding. It didn't look like they were all about the flooding. Some handwritten letters. I'm just trying to find the front. by 8. It looks like it's only got the month, not the year. They look pretty old. I'll have to spend some time reading it. I do love these old letters that are still got a bit of sturdiness to them, because you can use them for a lot of things. Hopefully you can hear me over the rain. Sounds like the storm has kind of broken a little. Ooh, so this looks like some old homework. I do like old homework, because again, you can use a lot, and sometimes you get the blank sheets as well, which it's nice to have a bit of writing on one side and blank on the other for journal pages. Looks like it's all pretty similar topic, genetics. Some of those sheets. I think it said genetics on the front as well. I was going to say it might have a date, but I'm not sure. But I would guess pretty old, maybe anywhere from like the 60s to the 70s, just based on the colour the paper is. Not sure what these are. Wood, perhaps? But they're pretty strong. I think I could use them. It's possible to, maybe I could even stamp on this and use it for little labels and stuff. I'll have to give that a go. Oops, sorry, no. Another little piece. It's all very different, all sorts of colours, so that'll be quite interesting to see. It's like a couple of wooden rings, and then these look like they might be military related pins. I think they're all military pins. Pretty cool. I do like the military buttons. Bit more ink. That's good. I was running a little low after I used a lot of my inks in my projects on my desk, fixing up my drawers and everything. So a couple of old Bibles, I think. I think it's a Bible, or definitely religion related anyway. Let's see if it's got a date or something on it. Doesn't look like it. Oh, a prayer book. Key of Heaven, I think it's got written on the back. 1902. So it's another prayer book. Very old. Love the cover. A birthday book. Not sure of the year. It hasn't got a publishing date. some clippings in the back from 44. This looks mostly unused, so I probably have quite a lot of use for the little blank bits and pieces. A little handwritten note. Checks, I think. They're pretty interesting. I really like these. Possibly a deposit, an old deposit receipt, and a passbook from it's not giving me a date. Let me see if I can see any writing. 82, there we go, so for early 80s. Possibly the deposit check, sorry. Probably from a similar time, I would think, from the 80s. I really like them. That was a very cool find, that one. Looks like we have some telegrams from the 50s. They all seem to be about 53, celebrating a wedding, I think. Very cool. I like those. I like it all, but I like the individual little sheets that you just get a little bit of history from. Can be quite interesting. An old geography book. Looks like it's from quite a while ago, it feels like. It feels quite delicate. Although I'm sure if it was in a school, it would have got a lot of use and torn up quite a lot. I'm not sure on the date, but I've seen similar. The pages are pretty similar to the early 1900s for a couple of things I've seen, but it has got some phone numbers, so I could probably find out a closer date from the phone numbers. It's very cool, bit of a fold-out map. Lots of old pictures. And another similar book from the 60s. It's got plenty of pictures as well. A couple of coloured illustrations. I really like the cover though. I'm not sure I'd be able to get the cover off safely. I definitely have to put it over the top of something, which would waste the beautiful inner pages. like that one. It looks like some sort of little diary. 84. Well used. That's nice. Can get some pretty good pages off these. They make nice little backgrounds, just little like collages and stuff, just to add a bit of interest so people can kind of have a little bit of a read. Some more school books, 4th class and 5th class. Hopefully I've been holding this in the camera, guys. I'm so sorry if I haven't. Paper feels similar to the social studies one, so I would guess the 60s. Again. And probably pretty similar for this one as well. It's got some lovely illustrations. That's a very nice cover. That would be good to, if I could put it on top of something with a little bit more strength to it. It would make a really nice cover. $19.27. Yeah, it's got a smooth feel to it, the same as the first book did. So you can tell they're from a little bit of an earlier time when the paper is a bit smoother. Looks like it's, yep, maths. So that's pretty cool. It's got some interesting pages. A diary from 75. Doesn't look like it's been used, but it's got some, oh, looks like there are a couple of used pages, but it looks like it's got some very pretty black and white images. And they're pretty tough pages, so they would probably work really well as pages in the journal. A map book from '67 in the 60s. Oh, they'll be nice to use if I can carefully get that off. That'll be a nice little pocket and a nice little stamping part there. Looks like most of the images are blue, so that'll be nice. And they're pretty strong pages, so they'll be good to use. Bird book. I love bird books. I love to fussy cut the images. Oh, sorry, Mel. Looks like another little clipping. From 1980. This looks like a very, very old crochet knitting. So it looks like working with threads and fibers. I think it's quite old. I wouldn't be able to even guess, but it's got smooth paper, so I would guess that at least the 20s. Looks like someone's assessment. A piece from 1929 from a little magazine. That's pretty cool. Another school book from 1940s. And some little cute stamps. They look pretty cool. Wiring rules. Okay, so it looks like to do with electrical work. From the 40s. That'd be an interesting read. Some pretty images. Little leather cover. All it needs is some pages in it. Some sort of little stamps. I'm going to hazard a guess that the image is the picture. Looks like it. Little paws. Little flower. Smiley face and a butterfly and some lips. That'd be cute. I'll have to give them a go and see if they stamp. Looks like someone's huge pile of stamps. This would be cool. This looks like a stamp and some ink pads. Better yet, a bunch of ink and a stamp. I like that. That stamp is going to be very useful. That's a very good stamp. A little diamond, that'd be cute. Some little hearts. I do like little ones. Oops, sorry guys. I don't know if they've been in the film or not. And then it looks like some silver, bronze, gold. That one's unopened. That'll be good. I'll have to try them. The unopened one will probably work, but sometimes the opened inks don't work. But I'll give them a go and see. Black one. Red. Looks like it's archival ink, so that's a little bit stronger ink than just the pigmenty one. So it'll stick on a lot more things than the other inks do, so that'll be handy. A nice brown one. Hopefully that one still works. I do like a good brown for distressing the edges of things. Love. Oh, that's pretty. A bit of lace. Mandela. Thank you. Oh, I love that one, that feather. Love it. Flower. That one's pretty. Nice big flower. Very good. Those are some pretty cool stamps. I'm pretty excited to have a look at them once, give them a go and make sure they work. And then it looks like a big book. We had one similar to this that he gave me not long ago, and the inside pages had all been ruined, so I ended up taking the pages out and re-putting some in, and giving that journal to my mum. So it looks like this one is unused and has some very pretty, looks like homemade paper with the dried leaves and flowers in it. I'll probably give this one to my mum because she really likes the other journal, so I'm sure she'll love this one too, and someone's put in the effort to make it, so I wouldn't want to break something up that is perfectly fine to use. So I'm sure my mum will absolutely love that one. Alright, looks like that is it for the box. So I am going to be going through this and seeing what I can make. Definitely trying out all the stamps and probably making little journal cards, but we'll see what happens, and I will show you what I decide to make from this stuff. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So the first thing I made was I used the light wood little wooden panels and stamped on them with the new stamps and backed them with the paper the newspaper was on, just to hold them because they're actually a bit insecure. They snap pretty easily once you cut them, but with the paper they're secure enough, and so they'll make cute little cards or pockets. I was thinking of using an eyelet or brads to attach them to pages, or just tucking them as journal cards. The next thing I made was the box that the peg stamps came in. It was a really nice wooden box. So I put some newspaper, one of the letters, and some stamps, the little stamps that came in the bag, on it. So I like that one. That'll be handy. I also used the deposit passbook and the little watch key dangly, and I made a little art book, an art journal, sorry. So this was in one of the little Bibles. It looks really old, and the stuff on the back was not in English, I'm assuming Latin, but it's pretty cool. There's the stamp and one of the little newspaper cuttings from, I think it was one of the diaries, and that was from one of the loose sheets. And then I used the hole punch to punch out some of the dark wood and inked it. That was off one of the books, the corner had fallen off, and so I grabbed that. And I grabbed the paper clips from the sheets of like assessment homework, and there was another little clipping, and the ticket that I said I really liked, the 3 of them, and then that was just cut from the bottom of the passbook pages. And then that is a sheet from the passbook, and this is a pocket with a piece of the wood in it. But it also flips out. There's a bit of stamp and just kind of a collage on top of that. And then this one is just a collage as well of bits and pieces. Any of the loose pages, I pulled them out and just kind of collaged with them. And then that one's got the wood, bit more of that green scrap, and a little label. And just more of a little collage. And then I used this, and on this page is the plastic bag that the stamps came in, and that was on one of the newspaper things. There was a couple of pictures and awards and stuff, and so I just used them. So it's just a cute little art book. And the final thing I made is a little portfolio. That's not a very good angle, give me 1 second. Hopefully that's a little better. So I used the little pins from the military pins for the closure. And it just opens up. There's nothing on the back or the front. It opens up and this was out of one of the books, and that's just a pocket, and then another pocket. And then this opens up and it's got 2 envelopes that are also pockets that are made from the map book pages and the stamps. And then this is a giant notebook with the cast iron diary on it, and it's removable. And there's another ticket and one of the photos that were in the newspapers, and it's a pocket. So I made them, and pretty excited about this portfolio because I was thinking they could be great as, instead of the mystery boxes that I've got on Etsy, I could do little portfolios filled with basically the same thing with ephemera, but they'd probably be a much cheaper price because I feel like it would be cheaper to send this little portfolio than a whole box. So I'm going to look into that and see if that is something I can manage. All right, thanks guys, bye.